Hey, friends of wildlife world photographers. My name is Jetmir Troshani. I am the moderator of this interview, and today with me is the Deputy Minister at Ministry of Tourism and Environment, Ms. Almira Xhembulla. I am very happy and honored to have her with us today. Before we start, I like to mention the support we have received in various forms through the years from the ministry, and for that, I am grateful and thank you so much. Since we, as a community of wildlife photographers, like to travel into different places around the world and are concerned about wildlife conservation, we would love to know what actions are being taken at government level to promote ecotourism and preserve the natural habitats and wildlife in Albania. So here we are. Go ahead and take it away.
Hello, Jetmir. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure to be here today and to talk about Albania, tourism and environment. So thank you for having me.
Real pleasure and honor really to have you having you talk about a little bit of the actions you folks are taking at the government level. It's something that it would really be beneficial with respect to knowledge wise, so what's happening. We very soon we will have about 20 folks from 20 different countries coming to Albania, and we would love to inform them what's happening in Albania. So you're welcome to tell us.
In fact, Albania has progressed quite well with the establishment of the legal and institutional framework for monitoring and reporting of biodiversity and forestry in general. Although the implementation still lags behind due to lack of funds sometimes, and sometimes from lack of capacities, but still we have we have done quite significant steps in order to enable a good policy environment for a sustainable development of natural resources, but as well for the development of ecotourism, agrotourism, and tourism sector in general. So I'm very optimistic that we are doing quite well in terms of legal aspects, in terms of compiling good strategies, because we as ministry are, let's say, competent to compile good policies and to implement, to monitor the implementation of this strategy. So we are really, let's say, doing a lot of positive steps in this aspect. And this is also related to our let's say, aim to be part of EU, but not only, because although we have some criteria to fulfill in terms of EU integration, we have also some, let's say, criteria to fulfill because due to, let's say, contracts that we have in terms and obligations that we have in terms of international conventions. But for, let's say, our main purpose is to develop, to have a sustainable development of environment and tourism in Albania. Talking about this, I would like to say that we are more and more looking forward expanding the protected areas in Albania. From the surface of 19%, now we are almost, let's say, achieving our objective to 21% that is considered a protected area. It's we are talking here about a network of 45, let's say, protected areas in Albania, and out of this, only 35 are, let's say, declared as protected area in Albania. So we are doing quite well in this perspective. And when we talk about having this, let's say, focus on protected area, I'm happy that to, let's say, present also to your audience that we have done quite positive steps in order to invest in some infrastructures in this, let's say, very good touristic also places. And it's we have done also a lot of investments on having trails signed, having a lot of touristic info points all over this protected area around Albania. And for the tourists and visitors, they can find there some, let's say, certified guiders that will guide them through these territories in order to have a bird, let's say, watching or other activities that your audience is interested. So if you allow me to say only some figures about tourists that have visited our, let's say, protected areas in Albania, around 1,950,000 tourists only on during 2021 have visited these areas, and out of them only 855,000 were foreigner. And I would like to take opportunity from this, let's say, discussion that we have, in order to say to all your, let's say, friends and artists or nature lovers, that they will find here a very, let's say, a beautiful landscape, and a lot of species that are rare, and we are more and more working to conserve and to protect them around this, let's say, area, specifically to lagoons as Divyaka Karavasta or Kunevain Lagoon or Narta Lagoon, or we have also wildlife in Alps of Albania, and all over, let's say, the territory of Albania, there are a lot of species that are rare, and we are interested more and more to conserve them. As you might know, we are now working to have a new law on moratorium of a hunting moratorium, because we are concerned about, let's say, doing more, let's say, steps on conserving and protecting wildlife. So not to, I mean, it's a policy step that we are taking again, because we are really interested to protect the wildlife, to have a kind of quietness in the territories, and improve the wildlife habitats in Albania.
I'm so glad to hear all of your perspectives. Albania, it's a beautiful country. It's been blessed by nature. It's part of the Mediterranean wonders, if you will. So we absolutely like to find this moment to give an invitation to all of my friends for sure, but everybody else who get a chance to hear this short interview, that people are very serious at making a difference as far as nature and habitats with respect to making it safe and environmentally friendly for people to visit. Having said that, I hope in the future we'll find collaboration with other governments, that we can have interviews, especially in the beginning in Balkans, maybe in such a way that we can connect the people around the world with officials in such a way that they have the opportunity to visit these amazing places. So I'd like to thank you.
As I mentioned, because now, you know, I'm as a deputy minister, I have to talk more on political level, and I let's say, mentioned all the policy steps that we have taken, but also I would like to stress the fact that we are really interested on ecotourism, and that's why we are let's say, doing a lot of efforts, and we are really commitment to improve the infrastructure in all these areas that we talked about. And it's very important for us to increase the number of tourists, and to do this we are, let's say, improving the offer, and our aim is to have one, let's say, year-round tourism, in the sense that we would like to make not only I mean, to offer touristic let's say, offers only for the sea and the coastal areas, but also to have ecotourism that is really, let's say, related with the wildlife, especially, and the protected areas field. But it's also we are doing more and more investments on agrotourism and investing. And for example, now we can say that only during 2021, 65 new trails were open and signed. So having into account that around, let's say, we have 350 certified guiders. So all these steps are very significant for us in order to improve our touristic, let's say, offer, for especially for the foreigners that would like to visit this, let's say, very beautiful country, that we can find sea, mountain, you can find lagoons, lakes, rivers all over the country. So I'm pretty sure that Albania will be one of, let's say, favorite places to be visited, also from your friends, your audience, but also from other, let's say, foreigner tourists, especially now that we are having these dynamics regarding geopolitical, let's say, situation. But in Albania, we are really working toward improve our touristic offer and develop the natural resources, and working parallelly with enabling a good law environment, political environment, but also doing investment in these areas, and increasing capacities, and to improve also the service, and to improve the level of understanding. So in terms of this, we are, let's say, doing pretty good so far, but still we are, let's say, aware that in terms of having, for example, data, we lack a little bit. And for this, we'd like also the support of the others, to give us some more, let's say, technical advice and expertise on doing the proper, let's say, monitoring of wildlife, having arguments, having good photos. And in terms of this, you are, let's say, more than welcomed, not only to visit, but also to support us on this.
That's fantastic. And once again, I thank you for all of the support. This interview was very interesting, and coming from your level, it's even more that it does have an importance. So thank you so much, and hopefully, we get to do this again on future projects and future things.
Yeah, I'll be more. I'm very pleased that I'm here today talking with you about our, let's say, plans, and what we have been doing so far in order to have, let's say, a sustainable development of our natural resources, but also some, let's say, positive steps toward tourism development. And I would like once more to thank you for promoting Albania, and doing a significant job to attract tourists, to promote our values. And I'm pretty sure that you are a very good ambassador of our, let's say, touristic values and environmental values around the world.
Absolutely. We are the citizens of the world, and we need to do the best everywhere we are and we live. With that said, you have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.